What if I told you some people can influence your decision without you even noticing? No, not with magic, not with mind control, but with simple psychological tricks used every single day. At work, in relationships, on social media, even by people you trust. The scary part, most manipulation doesn't feel like manipulation. It feels like guilt, pressure, charm, obligation, or just being nice. Today we are exploring 7 psychological tricks people use to control you, and more importantly, how to stop falling for them. Because once you see this pattern, you can never unseen them. This trick starts small. A person asks for something tiny, harmless, easy to say yes to. Can you help me for just a minute? Can you sign this? Can you do me one quick favor? And once you agree, they slowly escalate. Why? Because your brain wants to stay consistent with previous decisions. If you say yes once, you are more likely to say yes again, even when the request becomes unreasonable. Salespeople use this, manipulative friends use this, even toxic partners use this. What starts as a small compromise can become emotional control. Before agreeing, ask yourself, if this request gets bigger later, would I still be okay with it? Small yeses can open very big doors. Gaslighting is one of the most dangerous forms of psychological manipulation. It happens when someone makes you doubt your own memory, emotions, or perception of reality. Say things like, that never happened, you are overthinking, you are too sensitive, you are imagining things. Over time, the victim stops trusting themselves. And once someone controls your perception, they control your decisions. Gaslighting is powerful because it attacks your confidence from the inside. Keep evidence, write things down, talk to trusted people outside the situation. And remember, healthy people clarify confusion, manipulative people create it. At first, it feels amazing. Constant attention, non-stop compliments, fast emotional attachment. You are different from everyone else. I have never felt this way before. You are meant to be. This is called love bombing. The goal? To create emotional dependency quickly. Because once someone's become your emotional center, they gain influence over your behavior. And often after the intense attention comes withdrawal, guilt, or control. Pay attention to peace. Real connection grows stability. Manipulation moves fast. If someone is trying to accelerate emotional intimacy before genuine trust exists, be careful. Silence can be a weapon. Some people intentionally withdraw communication to punish, pressure, or gain power. Instead of discussing problems directly, they disappear emotionally. Why does this work? Because humans are wired to seek social connection. The uncertainty creates anxiety, and anxiety creates compliance. Eventually, the other person apologizes, even when they did nothing wrong, just to restore peace. Don't reward emotional punishment. Healthy communication solves conflicts. Manipulative silence controls it. There's a difference between needing space and using silence as power. This trick doesn't use force. It uses obligations. Manipulators makes you feel selfish for having boundaries. They say things like, after everything I have done for you, I guess I just care more than you do. Fine, don't help me. The goal is simple, make you feel guilty enough to ignore your own needs. And guilty is incredibly powerful because good people hate disappointing others. Remember this, Feeling guilty doesn't automatically mean you are wrong. Sometimes guilt is just the discomfort of setting healthy boundaries. Humans naturally follow the crowd. If everyone else approves of something, your brain assumes it must be correct. That's called social proof. It's why people join trends, copy opinions, or stay silent in groups. Manipulators use this by saying, everyone agrees with me. Nobody else has a problem with this. You are the only one who thinks that. Suddenly, disagreement feels socially dangerous. Ask yourself, would I still believe this if nobody else did? Crowds can influence confidence, not truth. This is the most addictive manipulation tactics of all. Someone gives you affection, attention, approval, then suddenly pulls it away, then gives it back again. The unpredictability creates emotional addiction. Your brain keeps chasing the next moment of validation. It's the same psychological mechanism used in gambling machines and in toxic relationships. It creates trauma bonds that are extremely hard to break. Stop judging relationships by intensity. Judge them by consistency. Real care is stable. Manipulation keeps you emotionally starving. The truth is, manipulation doesn't always look evil. Sometimes it looks charming, sometimes caring, sometimes subtle. That's why psychological control is so dangerous. But awareness changes everything. Once you recognize these tactics, you stop reacting automatically. You start thinking clearly, setting boundaries, protecting your peace. By the way, which of these psychological tricks have you seen in real life?